Welcome to Get Links Media, which is Human of Text. This is a media initiative from Get Link Groups aiming to inspire more people to learn tech skill and start career in digital world. So, can you please introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Carsten Lay from Asia PMO and OKR Asia. I'm since 2-3 years an independent consultant with my own consulting company in agile topics like customer employee experience, OKR, and digital transformation.
And I will ask you about your preference, Android or iOS?
Definitely Android.
Okay, Bitcoin or Ethereum?
Ethereum because it's cheaper, but I don't do any online currencies yet. Yeah.
Gmail or Outlook?
Gmail after I left big companies.
Best digital gift you ever given?
I gave my cousin a recorded song to his wedding, and the best thing is I didn't sing it. I hired 2 professional singers for that.
What's the one book that influenced you to work in the tech industry?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
What is the one book that influenced you to work in tech industry?
For me, I came in touch with the tech industry when I moved from banking and finance to Lazada. And one of the first books we read was Sapos, of course. And then for customer experience, they have amazing books from Disney.
Can you tell more about the book?
It's a customer journey from Disney. Yeah. And they have examples how they build flawless experiences in their parks that you really feel welcome and taken care in the parks, and how they transform this experience from the parks into other ventures of Disney. Yeah. And I think that's one of the reasons why Disney Plus is going very well lately.
Yeah. What is the best thing that happened in 2020?
First, at the end of 2020, I got married. And the other good thing which actually happened to us from a consulting business was COVID, because maybe it's bad to say, but thanks to COVID and the forced digitalization of the world, we can now offer our consulting more globalized. We have now clients in the US, in the UK, because the whole world is now on video calls.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
And next question is most memorable tech career moment so far?
Yeah, that was when I was VP Customer Experience and Customer Service in Lazada, Vietnam. Memorable because customer service is a little bit an old style department with 200-300 agents. But of course, we had to adapt to chat systems, to chatbot, and customer experience was more the innovative part. But in a company like Lazada and similar to Grab, you are dealing with old industries, because on the one hand you are a supermarket, on the other hand you are a taxi company. So the memorable thing is to learn you work for a tech company, but the product you offer actually is already thousands of years old.
So next question, what's your favorite country to visit and why?
Yeah, my favorite country I ever visited was Bhutan, because it was so pure and peaceful, and people were very interested and very natural with visitors.
What country would you like to visit?
I haven't been in any African countries yet. So for me, very high on the list are countries like Kenya, Tanzania, based on the culture and on the wildlife.
Who is your role model in the tech industry?
I mean, I go more, I'm more like the Elon Musk type of person who takes risks
Oh,
and sometimes first talks and then thinks, honestly. So I see him as a role model, because he's bold sometimes, yeah, and he's not shy to admit that, right? To be bold. No?
yeah. Elon Musk is like very cool and very innovative person.
Yes. Mhm. And he risks a lot. And the other thing he does, he tackles real products. I mean, he doesn't build only tech solution. I mean, he built a rocket, he builds a car, yeah, with
Yeah,
of course a lot of big tech platforms. But he's not only the coder who builds apps and things online. He brings tech into the real product world and into the real experience of people.
yeah. So we will move on to the 13 inspiring questions.
Yes.
And the first question is, what's the world most pressuring issue today?
Yeah, I mean it's the drive to digitalization, which sometimes I'm wondering that a lot of my clients haven't really done that the last 10, 15 years, because we had all the online tools, we had all the work from home tools, but it was not very urgent, yeah. And now suddenly people realize, oh, I have to inspire my people. I have to trust them more because they work from remote locations. And I think that's a very pressing issue, that we still have to change this old style management style, which a lot of companies have, where they control people, where they control their attendance, control their timing, and rather think the other way around and say it's a great chance that people can work on their own account and on their own terms, and maybe this freedom drives the business much better, right?
Yeah. And what is your go-to news source?
Yeah, it's a German online magazine, honestly, so I try to stay with worldwide coverage. And then for business, it's like Harvard, LinkedIn, maybe a little bit Facebook even.
Mm, I like LinkedIn too.
Yeah, LinkedIn is, the
Yeah.
quality is still up. Yeah.
What's your go-to social media channel?
Yeah, it's Facebook completely. I mean, I'm an Android person, so there's no switch to Clubhouse or anything. And because as a consulting company, we also do events, and we there's a lot of event marketing on Facebook, and it's also for fun. There's a lot of fun still on Facebook. Yeah.
What is the first thing you do when you wake up?
I walk our dog, and
Oh,
that's actually something I would also recommend people, because I know a lot of entrepreneurs and maybe also people who are alone. They are like, oh, I have to build a routine, I have to do sport in the morning, I have to do meditate, I have to do something for me. Maybe get an animal or somebody who depends on you, even your own family, and then you have automatically your routine. You don't have to chase this intrinsic, ooh, I have to motivate myself alone. I mean, he's looking at me 6, 7 a.m. in the morning, and I know we walk. Yeah.
yeah. That's very cute.
Yes.
What's the last thing you do before you leaving your office?
Yeah, so at the moment I work a lot from home, and then it depends. We sometimes I have calls until 11 or 12 at night, because I have overseas clients out of Southeast Asia. So normally after I finish working online, I read things still on the news to really a little bit clear my mind.
Wow. What advice would you give to someone who want to be in tech industry?
Yeah, I mean, my big advice in Lazada is tech is not only coding and online, right? It really depends what is the end product. And as Asia PMO, we do a lot of customer experience consulting. So for example, in Lazada, the end product is what people get by shipping at their houses. Yeah? And the same in Amazon. And a lot of these products are non-tech, of course. They have digital services, but most of the products they sell are non-tech. So please, even you work in the tech industry, don't forget the non-tech part of the experience your clients are doing, and where probably the clients is judging you even more than in the tech part. Yeah.
Yeah. Non-tech is still important.
Yes, but you know, mm, I'm a little bit struggling that Lazada and Grab or Amazon, they tell me they are tech industries. From a client perspective, they are not. Grab is a taxi, because what you get at the end is a taxi or a food delivery. Yeah. And if the food is cold or a taxi was bad, you blame Grab for it. Yeah, and that's not UI UX. That's not a tech experience. That's a real experience. And the same in Lazada. When I was VP CX, people were complaining about a Lazada mainly because of the delivery and because of the product quality. And product quality is normally not tech. So of course you can be proud and say, I work as a tech person in these huge companies. But as long as you don't work for Google or Facebook, which have real tech products at the end, but if you work for something which has non-tech products, you also have to start to care about these ones.
Oh, yeah.
And I think GetLinks, the recruitment part is also pretty non-tech, if I can say so, right? I mean, it comes down to interviews and to real onboardings and to real jobs in companies.
Yeah, but we use tech to recruit people.
Sure. But for example, in GetLinks, if the quality of interviewers is not good, or if the end company does not do a good onboarding, then there are also issues in the customer journey.
Yeah. So if you were not doing your current role, what would you be doing?
I'm actually pretty happy as a consultant, especially with the work from home aspect lately, where I had a little bit more fun between Lazada and doing my own consulting company. I was 4 months in Costa Rica on a farm and was running a farm with 30 animals. And that was very fulfilling, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of very natural things.
Yes, that was, but I'm not the type of farmer. So what I missed being there 4 months in a remote village, I really missed the client networking part, because I mean, 30 animals is not a good networking in a long run. Yeah.
Yeah. What did you study at uni and why?
Yeah, I studied international business because I started my education in an apprenticeship after high school in Germany to work in a bank. And then I wanted to venture out in the world in different roles. So that's why from banking, I went to international business.
And then like you went to Lazada after that, right?
No, after that, I mean, I'm already 45. So I had a journey like after studying in Germany and the UK, I went for 3 years to Mexico just to try it and had some minor jobs and internships in Volkswagen. And then I came back to Germany and I worked 6 years for Deloitte Consulting. So I was a lot involved in like bigger consulting projects, mainly very industrial project, but also a little bit old tech projects like SAP or Oracle, like the big old systems, Microsoft. Yeah. And then coming to Vietnam, I did one more bank, and then from the bank I went into Lazada. That was the journey. So the
Wow.
studies actually, why do you need studies? I think one of the reasons why you need studies, maybe not the knowledge, I don't know. Elon Musk also has 2, 3 studies, but you need a visa, right? You need a visa in other
Oh,
countries. And a
yeah.
lot of times you get a visa when you have a study degree. I mean, that's a
Yeah.
very, a very obvious thing, right?
And you
Yeah.
have life experience there too.
Yeah, I mean, to get a visa in Vietnam, in Mexico, I had to prove my working experience and that I have at least a study degree in another country.
Your
Yeah,
journey is very cool.
thank you.
So the next question, what's your wearable skill?
I think my valuable skill is being not so patient, which in consulting and project management goes in the direction of getting things done. So we are with our clients and with the projects we are doing very result oriented, yeah, outcome oriented. So it's not so much about the process and not so much about the environment. What we are really focusing on is the result at the end of the day, even not so much the strategy and any top level talking. Yeah.
Yeah, and what is one skill you wish you had?
Yeah, what skill I'm lacking a little bit is going somewhere and everybody likes you, right? I mean, I have maybe sometimes a little bit a German way of connecting to people, maybe a little bit sarcastical, sometimes a little bit too direct. So the skill is this, you come somewhere and people, wow, from the spot they like you. I'm still working on that. Yeah.
And what is the best advice you ever received?
Yeah, the best advice I received actually from my grandma, which was a very conservative woman with my parents. But during my studies, I went to the UK and to Mexico already for exchange, and it went well, but career-wise not so well. And then after my studies, I wanted to go back to Mexico, and my parents were completely against it. And my grandma said, "No, you should try." Yeah. And she was the one who encouraged me, and I went back going internationally, Mexico and Vietnam. And I'm not sure if she really knew what she said, right? Because she never went outside of Germany. Yeah. But because she encouraged me, I went after my studies working in other countries. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very nice. Do you have any like advice that you receive regarding your career part?
Yeah. Regarding my career path, um, I got advice when I was in Deloitte Consulting, right? That because I try to be more at the beginning more like a training and change management consultant, where you need much more soft skill and also much more patient to work on the environment. And then somebody gave me the advice, looking on the way I work, I should rather go into project management. Yeah, because I have coordination, I have organization skills, I have skills to drive things through to the result. Yeah, and that was a great advice. And since then, we work mainly on the execution part of projects, customer experience, and these kind of topics.
And what is the best advice you ever given?
Yeah, I mean, it goes a little bit in the same direction. A lot of people already always ask me when there are some years in the career, very specialized. So if they are coder in tech or they are working in Lazada, we had a lot of people, they work for the commercial part, yeah, or for the marketing or content part of Lazada. And they said, how can I venture out of this specialization? And really, the best thing you can venture out is have project management knowledge, get a certificate in project management or try it, and ask your company to give you project, cross-functional projects. There are a lot of projects in every company, and sometimes they are really lacking project managers or project coordinators between marketing and sales, between tech and commercial or tech and logistics, right? So if you want to break out, try it via project and project management. And once you are a project manager, you see so many different people working on different bits and pieces of projects, and you can get more familiar with the other areas.
And the last question is, if you had one superpower, what would it be?
Yeah, one superpower I would like to have is to, to let the world and the economy just running. I mean,
Oh,
even with my studies and all my knowledge, I don't know why the world every 8 years needs a crisis or a crash.
oh yeah,
Because there's obviously a lot of money everywhere in the world. There are billions of people who love to work and who love to make ends meet. But somehow some people, government or organization has to screw it up every 6, 7 years and makes everybody feel whatever we did the last 2, 3 years was for nothing, right? If we are
yeah,
on the wrong side, not on the investment side, but on the wrong side. Yeah. And even with my economical knowledge, I don't know why that necessary. So let's grow it the next 50, 100 years and let's just grow together. That would be amazing. Yeah.
yeah. That's amazing superpower.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so do you have anything you would like to add on?
No, I mean, I only would like to share. I'm very thankful for this interview in GetLangs for humans in tech. I'm a human who stumbled over tech, and therefore I was 40 when I came into the tech industry, more from a traditional banking background. And I found the tech industry amazing, how people have ideas, how they try things, how they turn things around. And I'm very thankful to be a part of it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.